Hello everyone, I'm Manna. There's a martyr on the bed behind me. You can't quite see him there. And there's Arya over there, and I think Loki's napping out in the living room. And we're back with more of the letter. When we last left off, we were in Rebecca's chapter, and we met Luke right at the cafe and thought he was trying to kidnap Kylie. We'll read our journal entries here. No, it was Momo in the other room. Okay. Tuesday, October 25th. Worried about her friend's behavior, Rebecca informed Ashton about Isabella's disappearance. It turned out that she spent the night at Zachary's, and Ashton offered to pick her up. Rebecca went to school after and had a strange encounter in the hallway with one of the student lockers. While lining up to buy dinner, Rebecca saw Kylie Suarez with a suspicious man. Assuming it was a kidnapping, Rebecca elected to take matters into her own hands, only to find out that the man was the girl's godfather, Luke Wright. An embarrassed Rebecca apologized afterwards. I mean, I didn't want to, but here we are. So, and then relationship has gone up with Luke because apparently he is a kinky motherfucker who likes to be abused by women. We only hit him in the head with the book and then kneed him in the groin, so that must be his thing. Anywho. Okay, bye, Arya. A cloudless night sky greets me when I walk out of the cafe. Beyond the tall buildings, a blanket of stars spreads out before me. Isabella once told me that the best place to view it is someplace outside the city, away from the noise and the obtrusive lights. She'd seen it once in her mom's hometown and another time in the university she used to attend. Then she asked if it's possible to try it out here sometime. I agreed with her at the time, if only because she appeared excited at the mere prospect of it. We made those little plans along with Zachary and Ashton. Though up until now, we never got around to it. Yeah, good place to do that would be the mansion. Because it's, way out in the boonies away from town. So, even so, I find myself enjoying this, despite being told it's only half the experience. Little things, stuff you learn to appreciate when you're alone. Because at certain times, you get to meet people who are unfortunately born with the innate talent to ruin the mood, and then in the scene with their mere existence alone. I know someone like that. They lived out in the country and I was enjoying the sky and they're like, yeah, I see this every fucking night. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Good for you. I don't. For example, the very driver of the car fast approaching my direction. Luckily, he doesn't notice me. But the fleeting moment we pass each other by gives me a brief glance of the people he's with. Kylie's sitting in the back seat with a serving of bread pudding in her hands. And beside him, it must be his wife. He takes a turn and disappears at the nearest corner. But throughout the night, that cursory glimpse of all things to bother me has left me wondering what kind of person his wife is. And more than that, is a silent prayer to the universe. I hope I don't ever cross paths with that douche again. I got bad news for you. After having such an eventful day, anyone will think nothing will Sorry, my brain didn't process that. After having such an eventful day, anyone would think nothing will surprise me anymore. But here I am, standing at the top of the stairwell, watching an odd scene unfold before me. Relief crosses my mind first, followed by confusion.
What is she doing there?
Although, given what happened this morning, the question feels a bit inappropriate to ask directly. What's important is Isabella's here. She's sitting cross-legged in the hallway, just right in front of her room, with several papers and folders scattered about. Each of them seems as important as the next. More than once, upon giving the scene a quick scan, I spot Briar Realty's logo at the topmost area of the pages. Everything considered, it looks like a mess made by a third grader working on crunch time. The landlady will have a few things to say about this when she finds out. I have a few things to say about this myself, in fact. But something in the calm, focused manner she holds herself at present keeps me from disturbing her with that reminder. She's going through each paper with this intensity. Her brows are furrowed, lips in a tight line, both hands moving in precise movements as she shifts through each sheet. When she finds something of note, she moves closer, nose almost touching whatever paper she's holding, and grabs her phone to call someone.
Hello. Sorry to call you this late. There's something I just want to confirm, if that's okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks anyway. Not that one either.
It's a cycle. She goes through call after call, then after the last one ends, she shuffles through the pile again and dials another number. Does it work? I've never seen her this engrossed with her own work before. Otherwise, she would have noticed my presence the moment I reached our floor. After the 9th call, she still appears as oblivious to it as when I arrived. When she lets out a loud sigh this time, I immediately take that as an opportunity to interrupt.
Isabella, you know the house rules here.
At once, her head jerks back and hits the concrete wall behind her with a thump. There's the Isabella I know. Why is she still there? I allow her a moment to nurse it before speaking again.
Becca, you're late. Yeah, I ran into a little trouble at the cafe. But I brought food for the two of us, if you haven't eaten anything yet.
As anticipated, she grins once I raise the bag of food I'm holding. Yet it doesn't reach her eyes. There's nothing of the cheerful glint in it this time. Just a hollow tone for the sake of being polite. Ashton's right. Something's happened.
Yeah, maybe later. I've got to finish this first. Just leave it here. I'll eat it once I'm done. Thanks, Becca. You can't eat this here. You know how the landlady would react. Why are you even working outside? Your room's right there. I know. Sorry. It just feels stuffy in my apartment right now. I'll go back inside once everything's been aired out. I promise. That has never bothered you before. Well, it bothers me now.
Just because it doesn't bother you in the past doesn't mean it won't bother you in the future. Like, how that shit fucking works.
Oh, really? Just now? I find that hard to believe. Yeah? Shouldn't you be happy? I mean, you've been complaining even if it's not your room. Now I know how you're feeling when it's messy, so I'm going to clean. Isn't that a good thing?
In spite of what's supposed to be good news, an exhale comes from me, drawn out and slow.
It's a good thing, Isabella. Believe me. But you're as bad as Zachary at lying. What's really going on?
She hastily averts her eyes. Surefire indicator this is going to be one of those lengthy conversations that can possibly end with the other person angry. Again. It's one thing I'd like to avoid tonight at all costs. Well, then stop instigating it. Still, I've made a promise to Ashton and Zachary. If she didn't talk to them, who else is she going to talk to? If she keeps this all to herself, who knows what might happen?
Isabella, you can tell me. I listened that one time, didn't I?
One time out of how many? You're not a good friend, Rebecca.
Is it about your family?
Slight movement of her lips. Although a frown, it's a reaction at least. I'm getting there.
Rose?
She merely shakes her head. Just a little more.
Come on, I know something happened. I don't know if it's because of Rose, but I know it's related to her somehow. You weren't here when I visited this morning, and both Zachary and Ashton are worried about you. If you don't want to tell them, you can tell me. Does it have something to do with work? Office?
If I didn't know her, I might have missed it. She shifts then, her fists clenching tight and teeth biting her lower lip. And there's fear. The look of terror in her is the last thing I expected to see out of everything. Her mouth trembles briefly before she opens them. She has multiple mouths, is that what you're telling me? Before she opens it? Them doesn't... I don't know. I also am tired as fuck right now, so things aren't fully making sense to me. Yay, being tired. When she finally voices it out, the words simply spill out of her mouth. One after another. All of it. True to what I've promised her, I listen for fucking once. Because this is something she's been keeping to herself, even from the two most dependable people I know. The fact she chooses to tell me this speaks a lot to me.
Becca, she was there again. Last night? In the office? Boss passed me all of Rose's Lurk load yesterday. For the Ermengarde mansion. I had to stay late to finish them all. And then, when I was about to go home, I saw her. I saw her again. She was standing in front of me again last night, Becca. I couldn't get away. She was blocking the door. If I hadn't hidden myself, even if I made the tiniest noise, if she found me...
I did fuck it up, so technically she did die. Once.
Becca, she almost did!
Yeah, she did.
She saw me under my table. I think that would have been the end of it. I'm scared. I'm so scared I won't be able to do anything.
By the end, her hands are trembling, and her breathing comes out in rasping intervals. For a long moment, I let the silence stretch out between us. Let her sobs fill it instead. But even as her soft whimpers die down minutes later, there's a heaviness hanging in the air. Not just from her, but also from me. From my exasperation over this whole matter. From my own frustrations over her stupid superstitions, when she could do us all a favor and grow a backbone. She may be young, she's no longer that young. And you're still a bitch, Rebecca. It's about time to put an end to this. She can't keep going on like this. She's still got plenty of years to live out. And what if she goes home? What if we're no longer there to keep her fears in line with what's real? What would she do then? I'm more afraid for her, for what that kind of imagination will do to her, than of what some imaginary monster would. What kills me is the fact that you've seen the spirit she's talking about, and you're still telling yourself that it's not real. Instead of just being like, I saw her too. Like, why? Why can't you just say, I saw her too? Like, you saw her. And instead of voicing that and working together, you're very obstinately being, you're making it up. You're a fucking child. I don't believe you. You fucking saw her too. Like, what the fuck? There's an expectation in it. A hope and a plea sewn together. She wants me to believe her this time. And I don't understand why you fucking don't. If it's like that, then what am I supposed to say now? What she wants to hear or what she needs to hear? I don't understand why this is the question. Is this why you didn't go home last night? She literally just told you that's why she didn't go home. She literally just fucking told you that's why she didn't go home. So I don't understand why you're asking. But I don't want to say this again because, that's shitty. I'm pretty sure I said, is this why you didn't go home last night? The first time I played this. So I should do this again. I was hoping to look and see if there was a way for me to see the decision I made before, but I don't see one without going all the way back to the main menu. So let's be the raging bitch Rebecca is. This again? I hate being put in this situation. I hate being the one holding the truths people need to hear. More than all of that, I hate knowing precisely how people would react once the words are out in the open. And Isabella's never hard to figure out. You get what you see with her. When she's happy, she's happy. When she's upset, she's upset. There's no middle ground. Most of the time, it's a good thing. Sometimes it's just plain difficult. But as harsh as this is, it's what she needs to hear.
Isabella, I already told you.
It's okay if you don't believe me.
I don't know why she fucking doesn't. Her answer is so glaringly cheerful, it makes me stop. She's avoiding my eyes when I turn to her, going through the papers again without really reading them, pretending her attention's only halfway where I need it to be. It's an obvious distraction. For her. So she won't have to listen to look at me. Hard truths are always the toughest to face after all, except it's not the truth.
I know you guys aren't really into that kind of stuff.
That's not what I meant. This isn't even about being into that kind of stuff.
And you never were. I've known that from the start.
Will you let me finish talking first?
No, because that's all you fucking do is talk. You don't listen.
It's okay. I know what you're going to say. You always have this weird look on you when you want to scold someone, so I know. Or I have an idea, at least. And I don't blame you. I'm aware that it's hard to believe. I can't fault you for that.
She exhales, folding her arms against her body as if to brace herself. Here's another truth she carries with her, it says. One she's said to us several times already, but this time when she utters it again, it's without any expectations. Just a simple fact to be laid out, leaving it up to us to take it.
But I've seen it more than once already. I know for sure she's real.
Something in the world, her world, has moved, I realize. A subtle shift. A change so minute, I barely even notice it until it already did so. Little by little, without bothering to wait, she's moving away from us. And frankly, I don't know what to make of that. Afterwards, a hush stretches out before us. For Isabella, this is rare. This isn't her. Yet, in this moment, as she fiddles with the edge of another paper near her, as she hugs her knees close to herself and lets a pensive expression linger on her, it feels strangely fitting. As if this is where everything's supposed to lead to, if we allowed it long ago. Seconds later, the moment is broken by the sound of a door easing open and a voice begging some little peace.
How many times have I told you girls not to loiter around the hallway? It's noisy. Some people here are trying to sleep. Quiet down or go do your talking inside. I'm pinning a memo to your door the next time this happens. Millennials.
Sorry, we won't do it again.
You'd better.
The door closes and Isabella starts gathering the mess she's made, carefully stacking them all in her arm. At a loss for what to do, I help her pick them up, and for the first time I get a closer look at it. Completely unintentional, of course. But it catches my attention nevertheless, and a confused frown makes its way to my face. Why is she looking through this? I look to her for an explanation, but she merely ignores the question in my eyes, takes the paper out of my hands, and finishes cleaning up. The last paper she puts on top is a letter. The one she supposedly found in the mansion, and what's probably the root cause of this odd behavior. I shoot her a questioning look for that, too. But all she gives me is a smile. And in a halting tone, so completely unlike her.
Becca, I'll find a way out of this. You guys, anyways.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to click,
I'll
sorry.
see you later.
Backlog.
Becca, I'll find a way out of this. You guys don't have to worry about me. Anyways, I should go. I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
Getting myself some food. Don't wait for me.
But I brought you food. Isabella walks away before I can stop her, before I can remind her I've brought food enough for the two of us. He quickly disappears down the stairwell, while I'm left standing in an empty hallway holding 2 bags of takeout. One of them will go uneaten tonight. Just an innocent passing thought. One that I don't dwell on much as I head back to my room. I ignore all of it, in the same way I've assumed I won't ever encounter that douche again. Okay, we're gonna call it there. I feel like that's a good stopping point. I need to get better about my stopping points anyway, but I feel like that's a good stopping point. So, we're gonna call it here when we come back. Is it just me, or does the girl with the whitish purplish hair standing in front of lockers have a tail? It looks like a tail. I don't know what I'm seeing there, but it looks like a tail. Anywho, I'm so distracted by that. So yeah, when we come back, we will continue with Rebecca's story. Hate to break it to Rebecca, but she will in fact see the douche canoe again. Also, Rebecca's kind of a bitch. She's like, I get being the mother figure and wanting to take care of your friends. I'm that way myself. But when someone comes to you and says that there's something going on that they're afraid of, and they describe it to you, and hey, you've seen it before too, your first instinct should not be, oh my god, you're making it up. Grow the fuck up. It should be, I hear you, and I think I had a similar experience. Let's look at this together. It should not be, fuck you, grow up. Like, what the fuck? Like, I 100% believe in the paranormal and the supernatural. But I'm also super skeptical of it. And, like, I love watching the videos on TikTok and YouTube. And it's like, real or fake, real or fake. And I'm just sitting there like, well, it could be real, but it could also be explainable. And I, like, you know, I think about how it could happen. And, like, I don't, like, sit there and spend a lot of time analyzing it. I just kind of, like, watch the video and I'm like, oh, now that doesn't feel real. Or, oh, it could be, but it could also be fake. It could also be AI these days because AI is fucking everywhere. So, but that's just me. I don't like Rebecca and I don't like Luke. They are my 2 least favorite characters in this game. Am I going to try to intentionally get them killed? No, because that's not the kind of person I am. Am I going to be sad if it happens? Also no, because I'm a bitch. I don't know. Anywho, I will see you guys later, and remember to do something nice for a stranger today. You just might save a life. Bye!